Conscious Life Expo, reaching out to extraordinary people doing fantastic things to awaken the planet, assist others in growing their consciousness, spreading love and joy and happiness, because it is the answer to all of your troubles and your fears and your worries and your pains and your sufferings. And we have the extreme pleasure of sitting here with Dr. Fantastic, and we're going to invite you in on a fun conversation. But the first thing we're going to ask you to do is we want you to get into a nice space, an open mind, an open heart, and a smile on your face, and join us for a fantastic conversation.
Pleasure meeting you.
Such a pleasure meeting you.
You are fantastic.
Thank you, as are you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. You want to tell everybody what you're up to, right? Because
Well,
you kind of look a little like you're always up to something to me.
Well, I like to tell people I have the energy of a 28-year-old and the wisdom of an 82-year-old, because I've been around the block a few times. I've worked in 98 different professions, and I found my calling a couple years ago. Mark Twain once said, the two best days in a person's life are the day they are born and the day they discover why. And I discovered my why, and I look back on a lot of my careers, and I've been a motivator for a long time. Mm-hmm. When I was in sales, I motivated people to spend money. When I was in production, I motivated people to work, sometimes for free. And so I've been motivated my kids to be happy and successful. So I am now a motivational speaker, a philosopher, a published author, a producer, and then the list goes on and on and on and on. I won't bore you with the details. We're also filming in my virtual reality camera, which can be seen on BeFantasticToday.com or my app, Be Fantastic. And it's all about being fantastic. I'm going to write another book. I wrote my first book, which is my biography, and I was inspired yesterday because when my accountant saw me as Santa in the picture, he flipped out. He couldn't believe it, and he said, "You can write a book saying how to be a great Santa."
Yeah.
But I improved the title immediately because the book is going to be called "How to Be a Fantastic Santa," and I'm going to cross out the word Santa and write person. Because Santa is a, what's that word?
Metaphor.
Metaphor, thank you very much. She's fantastic. Yeah. It's a metaphor for being a good person.
Yeah,
a fantastic person.
It's also, I think it's the quintessential metaphor for giving and joy and yeah.
You can't imagine the joy I gave. I felt, I don't ever talk politics or religion, but I felt like God with these children.
We love to tell a story. One of the things that we talk about when I'm on stage is that moment when you're a child and it's Christmas morning and you're coming down those stairs and you're so excited because you're just going to start to see that emergence of the Christmas tree, and you've got those gifts under there. You're starting to tear into those gifts and discover that you've just gotten what you dreamt of. Now, you think that was the biggest part of joy, but then you get to be the person sitting on the couch who has bought that gift for that child, and that feeling when you see that joy, that's what we're talking about here.
Now multiply that 10 times when a child who believes in Santa meets Santa, and I was a really fantastic Santa. That child would walk up to me and I look right in their eyes and say, "How are you?" And I made them fantastic, by the way, as I do everyone. And I got to know them and just with the eyes. You know, the eyes are all your window to the soul. And I never saw such joy in children's eyes. And I felt like God. I mean, I'm not a religious person, but as God-like as you can get. And this book is going to be about giving. And a fantastic person, by the way, which you just became. No one knows the difference. Everyone's good. Most people aren't fantastic. And they are, but they just don't express. The word fantastic, I want the audience to say, "I am fantastic" right now. Say it with passion. You'll feel the difference. The endorphins, the dopamine, the serotonin that get released in your brain when you say that fantastic word. It's not a word, it's an energy. And it means, in the dictionary, good and beautiful. So it's an energy, it's a fantastic word, it makes you smile, and every time the doctors, and science says this, not Dr. Fantastic, science says every time you smile or laugh, you live 5 minutes longer. Wow. And the reason behind that is it reduces your stress. And guess what? Stress is all your fault.
Absolutely.
If you stress anything in life, you're making a mistake.
But that's great news, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
you can change it.
Yes.
That's the best
Yes.
news, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
People are stressed in traffic because they're late. It's not the traffic's fault. You live in a city like Los Angeles with 10 million people and you expect no traffic? You're a moron if that's the case.
Right.
So don't have false expectations. Be accountable for your actions. I mean, I can go on this for hours, but I mean, I've got 3,000 interviews. Everyone has a fantastic story. This is a fantastic place. I did it last year because it's everyone has a story. And you have a story. We all have stories. And some people don't think they have it because they don't have confidence, but they all have a fantastic story.
Yeah.
And I'm there to bring it to you. And my philosophy on life, living 65 years, 8 months. And see, one of my theories and my philosophies is life is a series of left and right turns. And it took me 65 years and 8 months of left and right turns to meet you today. It took you 40 some odd years to meet me today. Of left
You're
and right
really
turns.
fantastic if you think that's true, but I appreciate that, right?
Of course. Why would you be the opposite? But the point is, every decision you make is a turn in your life. You must look at each one of those turns as the correct turn, because when you look at all your decisions as correct, the correct turn, not right, the correct turn, you're going to get confidence in your decision making. With that confidence in decisions, you're going to be successful in life. And with success, you're going to be happy. The secret to happiness is like this young lady did this morning. She couldn't wait to jump out of bed to be here, to interview some fantastic people. That's the secret to happiness, looking forward to your day. Because when that happens, you have fun. And when you have fun, you do it well. And when you do it well, you make money. But the money is the icing. It's not the...
Well, you get the fulfillment.
The fulfillment.
The fulfillment and satisfaction.
Yes.
You know, so many people are walking around, unfortunately, as we know, unfulfilled in their life, unsatisfied.
Well, they're dragging themselves out of bed because they have to make money. They're not doing their passion. They're not following their passion.
Not that they get to make money. You get to make money.
You get to make
today.
money.
Yeah.
Now you can do anything you want to do, as long as you. If you think you can't, you will
Well,
never.
you're always right.
You're always right.
You're always right.
Henry Ford just said that, not just a couple years ago. Life is so much fun. Enjoy it. Don't get to be 55 or retired before you realize that every day is important.
Yeah.
Every day. Rene Descartes said, "I think, therefore I am." That's one of my lovely quotes. But there's another guy who said, many philosophers have said, live every day as though it's your last, because one day it will be. And that's not negative, but I mean, it just shows before you know it, you're a grandfather and a great-grandfather in this case. I've had a fantastic life.
Yeah.
I mean, I lived as much, many lives. I hitchhiked around the world at 17 for my education.
Nice.
So I'm graduate of the School of Hard Knocks, summa cum laude, 1972, class of 72, and I'm here to tell you from a lot of experiences, learned by my mistakes.
Yeah.
Of the 3,000 interviews, I have a fantastic interview that occurred. You want to hear this story?
Of course.
Now I said to myself, should I air this? Because most people think it was a bad experience. I got arrested. I got arrested for picking up a hitchhiker.
You kind of got to get arrested
picking up a hitchhiker.
You should get arrested once, right? You got to have every experience you can,
yes,
right?
exactly. This is my first one. This was 4 months ago. As he's arresting me and handcuffing me, I'm going, this is fantastic. Because I knew I hadn't done anything wrong.
Right.
But I was still being arrested. It was a sting operation. These girls posed as with luggage as a tourist. And I got arrested, put in the back. And as he's driving me down the road, and someone else driving my car, because I'm an Uber driver, I'm saying, how are you today? And he said, good. I go, how would you like to be fantastic? And I made him and all the other police officers fantastic. It was a fantastic experience. But the moral of the story is, one person came to me and said, when they watched that video, a week later they had a very bad experience in life. And they said to themselves, if Dr. Fantastic could be fantastic getting arrested,
that's right,
I can be fantastic in this situation. So I helped, I know at least one person. So I did put the video out. It got 500 views already, which is pretty good, I guess. But I mean, anyway, everyone be fantastic. Don't be good or okay or well or fine or all right or so-so or can't complain or not bad, or which I really love, not too bad. Explain to me that.
Yeah, what's
Explain
that mean?
not too bad. What the hell is not too bad? Were they bad yesterday and today they're not too bad? Is that what it is? And don't be great, awesome, wonderful, or blessed. Those are just nice things. But when you say you're fantastic, you make that person live longer. You live longer, you look better, you both feel better.
Yeah.
I mean, why anyone would go back to saying good is beyond me. Now, I did come up with an acronym for the people that say good. I call them moaners. M-O-A-N. You'll never guess what this means. Moan. You don't want to be a moaner. M for mediocre, O for ordinary, A for average, and N for normal. Please, people, don't be moaners. Be fantastic. Be kind. Be considerate. Be friendly. Be polite. And be civil. We need to be civil.
Tell everybody your website. How do they connect with you?
My website is Be Fantastic Today. That's B-E. Now the B, don't get confused with the B, because the B in the logo symbolizes pollinating positivity. We each and every day need to pollinate positivity. Think positive about everything. Get rid of negative people in your life. Get rid of negative thinking in your life. Positive thinking manifests positive action. So it's BeFantasticToday.com is the website. Be Fantastic is the YouTube. Fantastic Interviews is also the interview. Dr. Fantastic Interviews on podcast. I have a radio show called Dr. Fantastic Interviews. I've got Twitter, To Be Fantastic. I mean, just Google the word fantastic and you'll get there.
And isn't that kind of cool? Because if you do Google the word fantastic, you're going to see you.
Dr. Fantastic.
So what a fabulous thing to be.
The reason they call me Dr. Fantastic, again, I'm not a real doctor, although I know probably a lot more than some doctors, is because I just give this young lady and you people listening the prescription for a happier and longer life. Eliminate the word good from your vocabulary. Don't say have a good day. Don't say this was a good interview.
Right.
Don't say you look good or you did a good job.
Right.
Say you look fantastic. Have a fantastic day. Have a fantastic life.
And the prescription is foolproof.
It's the easiest thing you can do. Every day for the rest of your life, you're going to be asked multiple times, how are you? Don't say you're good or well or not bad. Say you're fantastic. It makes you live longer, makes them live longer, makes you both feel better and look better. Look at the smile on this beautiful lady's face. That's fantastic.
And smiles.
It's the healthiest thing. It's free to give, a smile, right? It enriches other people's lives.
Yeah.
I did a whole dissertation on smiling and common sense. I mean, I did a lot of interviews. I'm just out there to help the world be a better world, a more civil world. Civility. We need to bring civility back. The governments aren't going to make it happen. The companies aren't going to make it happen. You and me have to make it happen.
And we are.
by example.
And we are.
And be fantastic is the way. I'm a simple guy with a simple plan. Just be fantastic.
Thank you for being here with us.
It's my pleasure.
Such a pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure meeting you.
Thanks everybody for being with us on Expansion Network here at the Conscious Life Expo. Inviting you to stand by as we continue with some fantastic information and interviews.